Hi, this is Kristen, and today we're going to talk about Chapter 11, which is all about communities and how communities are organized. So, first of all, let's talk about what a community is. A community is a group of people that are living in the same place that have similar goals and values. So, a goal is something that you work for because you want it to happen. For example, if you want a 10 on the exam, then you will study really hard. A value is something that's important to you. So, for example, if it's important to you to be nice to people and to make other people happy, then you'll probably share with others. So, there can be big communities and small communities. A big community would be the community of Madrid, for example. Everyone who lives in the community of Madrid lives in the same place in Spain, and they work together so that good things happen for this community. You can also have small communities. Cantos Altos School, for example, is a community, and everyone in the school works together so that good things happen for the school. So try to think about what other communities you're a part of and who else is in those communities with you. Let's talk a little bit about the vocabulary. Here's the glossary. Surrounding means it goes all the way around. So, for example, this is land is surrounding the lake. Registered means on official lists. So, if you are registered to do design, like this person, then you're on an official list that says that you studied and know a lot about design, and it's official. Resolves means to decide on something. So if you resolve an argument, the two people decide that they're going to share the toy in the end, for example. Wealth is riches. Issues, these are topics or areas which people need to discuss. So a big issue would be something like global warming, or protecting the environment, or finding jobs for everybody. A branch is an administrative division, which is a fancy way of saying that you divide power between different governing institutions. So all these circles here are branches of one organization that does the same thing. These are different areas. So for example, if there's a class president, then he might have a helper that deals with passing out supplies. And passing out materials would be a branch of the things that need to be done in the classroom. And lastly, authority means that somebody has the power to make decisions. So this teacher, for example, has the authority to tell this student that he's in trouble because he did not do his homework. Okay, so how does this all relate to you guys in Villalba and Spain? There are lots of different levels of organizing communities. So, for example, the smallest level is called a locality. And these are very small towns, less than 10,000 people. So an example of a locality would be Cerceda, El Boayo, y Montalpino. These are three different localities. Um, and together, they make up a municipality. A municipality is made up of different localities. So these three localities work together and they form the municipality of Cerceda, El Boayo, and Montalpino. So three localities, one municipality. Then provinces are made up of one or more municipalities. So Cerceda, for example, is part of the municipality of Cerceda, El Boayo, y Montalpino. And this municipality is part of the province of Madrid. One or more provinces make up autonomous communities. In Madrid, there's only one province. So the province of Madrid is the same as the Community of Madrid. And then all the different autonomous communities in Spain, like Galicia or Andalusia, make up one country, and this is the Kingdom of Spain. Like I said before, a town or locality has less than 10,000 inhabitants, so they're very small. This is a town or locality called Jaena, which is in Andalusia, and it only has 1,200 people in it. It's very small. A city means that a place has more than 10,000 inhabitants. So this is Torrelodones, for example, and it has 21,781 people in it. This is Torrelodones. Okay. And then, as you know, there are even bigger levels of communities, like Madrid. A metropolis has more than 100,000 inhabitants living in the same area. Madrid, the capital, has over 3 million people. It's huge. And so think about what is Villalba. Villalba has over 55,000 people in it. So think about whether it's a town, a city, or a metropolis. Okay, so as I said before, one or more localities, like Cerceda, make up one municipality. So a locality can be a town, a city, and it includes the families, houses, streets, and lands that are around that town or city. So localities, one or more localities make a municipality. And the municipality is made up of the municipal area, this means the land, and the municipal population, which is the people. And they know what people are living in the municipality because they are registered as living there, which means their name is on an official list that says, I live in Villalba, for example. And municipalities are governed by a city council. We call this an ayuntamiento in Spanish, but it's called a city council, or city hall is the building in English. And then all these different municipalities form provinces. So for example, here's the province of Cádiz. This is the municipality of Jerez de la Frontera. We have Arcos de la Frontera. We have Chiclana. All these communities, all these municipalities form the province of Cádiz. Each province has a capital. In this case, the capital of Cádiz is the city of Cádiz. And there are provincial limits that separate provinces. So there are physical limits that are made up of natural features. So you could have mountains or lakes or rivers separating one province from another province. Here in Cádiz, you have the ocean on this side, all over here. So that's a physical limit. There are also political limits, and this means that they are invisible lines. So for example, Sevilla, the province of Sevilla, is up here. And this line is a made-up line. Someone drew it on a map and said, this will be Cádiz, and this will be Sevilla. So they're made up invisible lines that separate one province from another. So localities, one or more localities make a municipality. One or more municipalities make a province. So here are all the provinces of Spain. Then things get even bigger. One or more provinces make up an autonomous community. So for example, Sevilla, Cádiz, Huelva, Córdoba, Jaén, Granada, Málaga, Almería, these make up one big autonomous community called Andalusia. The autonomous community is made up, it has a lot in common. They have unique history and traditions among all the different provinces. So they feel like they're part of the community because they share these history and traditions. Some even have their own languages. With the autonomous communities in Spain, there are 17 autonomous communities and then 2 more autonomous cities called Ceuta and Melilla, and these are on the northern coast of Africa. Each autonomous community has its own autonomous government. So the autonomous community of Madrid has a government that governs just Madrid. Each autonomous community has a capital city, and they can be made up of one province, like in Madrid, or of more than one province, like in Andalusia, down here. Like I said before, some autonomous communities have their own language. So in Galicia, in the north, they speak Galician. In Catalonia, they speak Catalan. In Valencia, they speak Valencian. And in the Basque Country, they speak Basque. These different languages give Spain cultural wealth. So Spanish culture is more special because it has these different cultures within it. So Spanish culture is more unique because it doesn't just have the Spanish language. It has Galician, Catalan, Valencian, and Basque. So that makes Spain very special. Here are the autonomous communities of Spain. You can see that there are 17 up here, and then we have Ceuta and Melilla. And now that we know about autonomous communities, we can talk about how an autonomous community is organized. First of all, the Statute of Autonomy is the most important part, the most important law of an autonomous community. It defines the territory of that community, what land is part of that autonomy. It sets up the governing institutions and what powers they will have. It defines the capital. It defines the duties of the government. So what the government is responsible for doing for the community is written down in the Statute of Autonomy. And it also defines the symbols for each community, for each autonomous community. So for example, the flag. This is the flag of the community of Madrid, and it's written down in the Statute of Autonomy. You also have the coat of arms for Madrid. You have an official holiday, which is May 2nd. And you also have the anthem. And the anthem is a song about the community. So we'll wait just a second while this loads. Okay, so that's part of Madrid's special song. Now, one of the most important parts of the Statute of Autonomy is that it sets up governing institutions. So the Statute of Autonomy decides what institutions will help decide who gets what in the community and how they're going to give different groups different resources like money, for example. So there are 3 big governing institutions in each autonomous community. Parliament, first of all, is very important because it makes the laws. Also, the parliament chooses the president that will help lead the autonomous community. Members of parliament are elected during the autonomous community's elections. So people go and vote for who they want to be members of parliament. And every person who's in the parliament is over 18 years old. The second governing institution is the president. In Madrid, this is Esperanza Aguirre. The president is the person that has the most authority in the autonomous community. So this person has the power to make decisions. This person also helps decide who will make up the regional government. So the people that are part of the regional government, which is the third governing institution, regional government. It's made up of the president and ministers. Ministers are people that take care of an area in the community. So education is an example. There's a minister of education in the community of Madrid. There's also a minister for healthcare who decides how many hospitals or doctors or laws for how the hospital has to take care of people. There's also an area like employment. So now you know about autonomous communities and Spain and more about communities in Spain.